Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for December 6th. We're currently looking at the US-Japanese yen pair. This particular pair moved much higher, much quicker on Friday after the FOMC announcement came out. Sorry, not the FOMC announcement, the Non-Farm Payroll came out favorable for the US unemployment rate. We do have a gap that gapped down. Remember that we have an 89.1% chance of that gap filling prior to Friday's close. Now, we are looking for this pair to continue moving overall sideways. If you back out, you'll see that it is moving sideways to some degree. There we go. Still with a downward slant. If you take, take a trend line, you can see that. Well, let's try that again. We broke through this area on Friday. So if we continue higher over this next session and close higher, we could be moving higher overall. If we get a pullback, then we could look for it to move back down. So we'll just have to keep an eye on this pair. Let me zoom back in. We are expecting this pair though to potentially move as high as 90.75 and hit resistance there, possibly as low as 88.50 if we do get a pullback, hitting support at that price. Now the Euro USD pair, this pair moved much lower on Friday, moved back within a previous range, closed around the previous support area that we saw. We are looking for this pair to continue moving sideways with a bias sideways. Look for it to potentially move as high as 151.62, possibly as low as 147.54. Look for some resistance around 148.90 and look for some support around 148.21. Now the pound US dollar pair, this pair closed lower on Friday, still within areas of support and resistance that we previously had. We are looking for this pair to continue moving sideways with a bias that is sideways. Look for it to potentially move as high as 167.69, possibly as low as 163.26. Look for some resistance around 165.47 and look for some support around 164.00. Now looking at the US Swiss, this particular pair moved higher, moved back into the areas of support and resistance that we had when we were moving sideways for a good while there. We are looking for it to potentially move as high as 102.45, possibly as low as 0.9932. Look for some resistance around 10200 and look for some support around 10120. Okay, we really don't have any significant news announcements for tomorrow, so we really don't need to talk about that too much. We do have, let me zoom out a little bit, we have the 4-hour chart that we're looking at here, and this is in the Euro USD pair. If we get a pullback, and I know that's an if, if the market pulls back from this large drop that it had on Friday, which is possible, we are looking for this pair to move between these 2 points. Basically, we have potential for a buy order around the 149.60 mark and looking to exit that about 70 pips up from it around the 1.5032 level. We had support there for two bars there and close within that range. A bar here, third bar. We also have this area that we need to be cognizant of due to the fact that if we enter a trade, it could very quickly hit this support that would now be resistance potentially, and could get us into some trouble with this particular trade. However, this might be a great place to go to break even. You're 10 pips up roughly, and at that point you can go to break even. Keep basically it would keep you from having, if the market does pull back, it could get you out of what would otherwise be a negative trade, and if it doesn't, you can just rest assured as it moves higher that if it does pull back, it's not going to be a big deal. You can grab around the Let's see exactly how much we can grab from this particular trade. About 60, 70 pips in there for the taking if we get a pullback. So that's the big if there. Well, that about does it for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.